What if you knew the life that God has for you is on the other side of the fire? Okay, the pain, the adversity, the trials, the tribulations, the stress, the times where you get knocked down. That is the fire that God is using to forge your character into who He created you to be, preparing you for what it is that you're asking for. Okay, if you can just accept the fact that it's going to be hard, it's going to be difficult. Yeah, you're going to have days where you don't feel like it. You're going to have days where, you receive bad news after bad news after bad news. But what if you persisted through all of that? What if you continued to get up, regardless of how you felt, and just push through and persisted? I'm telling you, all you have to do is persist and have faith. Trust in God's plan. Trust in what's taking place. And, all the twists and the turns. If you can have that level of faith and understand that you're going to go through whatever you have to go through and come out on the other side, that is the mentality that is going to carry you through the fire. You see, for those who think that it's just a smooth ride to the top, they have everything, everything's just laid out perfectly and they just effortlessly glide across, opportunities that lead to the life that they want, the results that they desire, they're going to be sadly disappointed when that's not the case. Okay, you're going to have to go through trials. You're going to have to go through tribulations. It's like Seneca said, a gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. But if you could just accept the fact that it's going to be through the fire, you're going to go through the fire, if you could just accept that, it becomes a lot easier. I'm not saying that it's easy, but it's a lot easier than you fighting yourself and you fighting the fact that you're going to have to go through some trials and tribulations and some pain and adversity. Because I'm telling you, when you receive news that you don't like to hear, or things don't go in your favor, and you're frustrated in that moment, and you're upset, and you're really wishing it didn't go that way, what is that? I'm telling you that that's clouds passing through. If you just stop identifying with it, if you stop engaging in it, you stop, allowing it to take you over, it'll pass through. You'll strengthen yourself, and you'll come out on the other side stronger, more wise, more evolved, more of that version of you that God created you to be, more resilient, more disciplined, more aligned with God. That's the path, though. So for those of you who are engaging in the instant gratification, it's going to be very difficult for you to actually go through the real fire, because it's not instantly gratifying. And it doesn't look like there's any point to it at the time. But you're only going to be able to see how valuable it was, a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year down the road, a few years down the road, how valuable that fire really was. But it's only going to take the mentality of understanding that that is the path. Because too many don't think that that's the path. Too many think that the path is actually comfort and ease. So they don't put in the time in the gym. They don't put the time in their business. They don't put the time in developing a relationship, developing a life, walking in their purpose, because they don't believe. They believe in the instant gratification. They believe in, hey, I see this on social media, this person's living the life and it just happened overnight. That should be me too. They don't understand when they see that post on social media, the years that went into that moment. So, moral of the story and the message that I'll always come to is remove the instant gratification, listen to your conscience. That's God speaking to you, guiding you to the life that He called you here to live. And if you would start being obedient to Him, you will start removing those things that are not serving you, because you already know it in spirit. And you'll actually lean into the real process that's going to lead to the life that you want.